become a natural part of the darkness, rather than an anomaly that an intuitive dog could pick up on and become frenzied with outrage. The thought of a loose dog running, teeth bared, through the darkness to confront me was the stuff of nightmares. I spent some time crouching in the grass at the edge of the crop, acclimatizing to the night. It felt essential to be accepted by what I imagined were the night's inhabitants, as much for symbolic purposes as it did for practical reasons. For as soon as I had got out of the car, I had stepped into ritual space. Some of the things I would do to appease what I imagined shared the night with me would certainly appear laughable to anyone in fear-banishing daylight. But a dark night is a different country, a metaphysical place where rationality holds no power. The maps and tools you need to navigate and deal with it are subtle and invisible, purely of the imagination. The roots of the word panic are from the overwhelming fear that overcomes someone who unexpectedly finds themselves in the presence of the great god Pan. I didn't literally believe there was a musky, lusty, cloven-hoofed deity lurking somewhere on the edge of the woods watching me, but I certainly believed in the utter terror that could overwhelm the senses and send me running blindly through the night. I took a crumpled water bottle filled with goat's milk out of my bag and poured it slowly onto the cracked earth. All offerings made with good intentions are always welcome and accepted, or so I told myself. I had acknowledged my fear, and in doing so, gained some control. I started to relax, or rather, tune in. The field was marked, as most English arable fields are, with parallel lines crossing it vertically and horizontally, a path for the tractor to pass along, spraying without damaging the wheat or barley. I started to walk down one, and immediately was overwhelmed by the sense of being waist-deep in something ghostly. It always felt like the beginning of a dream, when logic is quietly left behind, a stripping away of all reason. Dew was beginning to form on the stalks as I brushed past, wetting my thighs. I walked the simple up and down, back and forth corridors, which took me into the middle of the field. I stopped when I felt I had reached the right spot, chosen because it was visible from a field a mile away on the corresponding hillside, a field I had made a similar nighttime visit to the summer before. I stepped slowly and cautiously out into the crop until I was about 10 feet in. I took my wooden plank off my shoulder, got down on my knees and lowered it down like a knife between the stalks of wheat. Holding one end stationary, I slowly rotated the plank, flattening the wheat anti-clockwise into a circle. The first cut had been made. When the first circuit was complete, I stood up, taking a short edge of the stomper board to the edge of the flattened wheat. I placed the board flat on the ground, like a petal extending from the centre of a daisy. Holding the loop of attached rope in both hands, I placed my right foot on the wood and began to walk around, pressing the crop down, with each circuit enlarging the circle by the length of the board. After half an hour, I had flattened around 30 foot in diameter. There was no need for accurate measurements. This was not a complex design that needed precise angles, and it was not intended to be seen by anyone or to fool them.